Hey guys, welcome back to the Project Zomboid, all negative traits, worm-eating man playthrough. You may notice two things right now. One, I'm not wearing any pants, and I'll explain why in a second. And two, my character's not panicked in a small room anymore. As I've gone through the months, and now we're on October the 1st, I've noticed that my character's panic has gone away in smaller and smaller indoor places. I think this must be claustrophobia leaving, because I can't think of any other real explanation. Might try to get a fire going here in a second, but the reason I'm not wearing pants right now is because in a recent patch of the game, they actually debuffed or they nerfed the hemophobic trait. So it used to be that hemophobic just made it so that you panicked when you were performing first aid on yourself, but now it also happens that whenever you put on bloody clothing, and it might need to be a few different items of bloody clothing, but I'll check and try it right now. So these are bloody, these boots are bloody, and we should start to see the panicked mood will come back over time. Yep, the jacket is bloody, we could wear that, and now panic is starting to come back, and there's no other change than that I'm wearing all these things. So yeah, I'm significantly nerfed again. I can't do anything without, well, I mean, I needed insulation anyway, so now I'm doubly screwed. I need to find as much clean clothing as I can, and now soap becomes a valuable item, which kind of brings me to my objective for today, which is, put on some weight and find a lot of other utility items that are going to keep me from going crazy. Like I said in the first video, this is going to be like The Sims in a lot of ways. So yeah, as I put on more stuff, I just get more and more panicked. I mean, the agoraphobia, or agoraphobia, I've noticed hasn't gone away over time. But who knows, maybe that'll go away. So I figure that this doesn't really affect me in outdoor combat. It just means that I need to take off my clothes before I go to sleep, because, you know, one more thing to think about. Anyway, my cold was gone. I rested in here, and I got the fireplace ready up in the upstairs, just so that I can be sleeping near the fire whenever I need to. So a few items on my list for today are to find some mouse traps, on your guys' advice. Surviving Gamer, great tip again here. I can get mouse traps and hopefully catch mice, but also possibly level up my trapping skill. I've not done any tests on this yet, but I'm going to try it out. Umbrella would be really good because I could take long-term trips and not get wet, nor would I be in danger of getting a cold and sick. Other high-calorie food I'll need, just because right now my weight is at 73. It's going up because I found 2 things of melted ice cream in people's freezers. But, yeah, I'm going to need to have a lot more lucky finds if I want to put on any more weight. More lighters so that I can smoke again, so that I can get rid of this agitated, and eventually that'll take away the depression. Lighters, cigarettes, and I might in the end craft some spears, but I'm going to go on like some light looting runs today. I think if I try to do anything too big, even though that I have this katana, I don't want to use it. So I'm going to keep it in my backpack only as a reserve item. Its condition goes down, and I don't believe that you can repair it as far as I know right now. Or you might be able to, but still, I'd rather avoid losing too much weapon condition on that. So I'm going to stick with the lead pipe. It also lets me get clothing off of my enemies when they die. So yeah, at this point, I think I'm just going to head west over to the warehouses and some of the houses on that side and see what I can find today. But once again, still going pretty cautiously. We want to get as much of this done, though, before the winter. And the reason why I chose this to continue here was because this is one of the last chances we're going to get before it starts to get cold. It already is getting pretty cold, in fact. Anyway, what's the last thing? Oh yeah, why can't I just live off of worms for 7 months? Worms are high in protein but low in carbs and lipids, and to my understanding of the nutritional system in this game, you need over 2,000 calories a day or something in that way, and then you also need a good amount of carbs and lipids to make it work. Carbs and fats. And worms are mostly just protein, so I won't be able to get much with them. I could go for cockroaches and grasshoppers to eat for the winter, but they're kind of rare, and they don't really have that many more calories. So I'd just probably be burning more calories looking for the food than I'd actually be getting from it. So it's not a great alternative, and plus I can't find them in the winter. Other than that, yeah, there's a couple options for fishing and trapping, and I'm going to try to diversify. So anyway, I think let's just make a trip up north, or west, and see what we can find today. I'm going to just do a little bit more prep and then head over there. Alright, I waited for the rainstorm to clear, and at this point, I can't get all my clothes clean, as far as I know. It'd be really nice if I could have generators, because then I could have clean clothing in the long run, and other characters can, but since I can't read that magazine, I'll never be able to power a generator or set one up. So, I mean, other characters, you can plumb water in the game, too, and it is raining again, great. Well, we're gonna go anyway. But other characters actually can get, I think, perpetually clean clothing from washing machines, even if you run out of soap. So that is quite nice. Except this guy will always be dirty, bloody, panicked, tired. Yeah, the more and more I play, the more I realize that oh my god. Look what happened look what happened to Worm Man 2019. It's hardly even recognizable anymore. I was hoping we'd have crops growing over there, but instead it's just overgrowth. Alright, I could end up getting sick from this, but it's getting into October, and I want to be done with all this by November. So I think I'm just going to continue down this road today. Let's just speed up time and walk and get over to those farms. Alright, it looks like we got our first sightings of zombies. I'm going to try to use the lead pipe as best I can at this point. But let's test out how much stronger our character is. I think they're all rotting now, like, all of their... Whoa! Dude! 2-hit kill? What? That's okay, and it was a great time to run out of boot condition. Let's just wear your shoes, thank you very much. Now, there should be one at my back. A few over here. Yeah, there's one there. See that one? Probably harder to see on YouTube. But I'm told that these things are often too dark. I don't really know what to do, though. I don't want to wash it out if I raise up the brightness. Okay, let's take out these two more, and then be on our merry way. Okay, it got way too rainy, too fast. I thought it was over, and when I was out, I actually got scratched on the hand. So not looking good. I'm kind of worried about that. It's just a laceration. It's unlikely that I'm infected, but I gotta nurse this thing and make sure I'm okay before I go out any further. So let's just go to bed. Take off everything that we just did, everything that we just worked for. Honestly, it feels like whenever I try to go out, like whenever I'm not hungry, I'm like tired. Whenever I'm not tired, it's rain. And whenever I get rid of all of it, it's raining. It's like there's it's like trying to get a spaceship into space. You know how there's so much like junk out there in our atmosphere now? I swear, this character is exactly the same way. And at this point, let's just get a fire going. Then we should have a drilled plank here, unusable wood. And we can make this into... Now, I'm going to just show... I don't know if this is abnormal, the amount that my character has to attempt making a fire. But for me, it's happened like 10 or 15 times. If we get a notched wooden plank, let's add fuel. We're going to do just a bunch of unusable wood. And if we try to light the fire... It's going to take him like 10 or 15 tries. I'm just going to go 1 speed. Oh! What? He did it in the first try. That has not happened yet. Okay. Beginner's luck. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed, see if this thing cures, and then go back out tomorrow. Alright, well I've waited 3 days, the rain's finally stopped, and I don't seem to be getting the characteristic nausea that you usually get if you are infected with the zombie virus. So I think at this point, I'm gonna head back out. I'm not gonna use the car, because that thing's gonna get me killed, but just what I've got right here. I'm gonna wear my clothing, I will be panicked. It's probably gonna be hard for me to decipher whether I've been infected with the virus if it does start to kill me late. But, yeah, I mean, we're just gonna have that anxiety and severe depression all the time now. And my laceration did heal, so that's usually a good sign. If the wound heals, I'd say I've got a decent shot at making it through this. I'm also gonna be wearing my other gloves, because they're not bloody. Maybe I'll bring these ones with me, because they are better defense, so I may as well prioritize that. Okay, we'll take that. And yeah, I mean, if we could find most of those things that I said, or even just one of those things, or even just the cigarettes, we'd be way better off. But yeah, let's just go out there and do it. And for all the luck, we got rain starting up again, but at this point, I'm like, screw it, let's just go. I've been waiting for a week for the rain to pass, it feels like. Actually, only a half a week, but still 3 days I've slept so much. It's just, it doesn't even feel worth it to wait any longer. What's the worst that could happen? I get a cold and I attract them to me? Okay, this is freaky. I actually found the exact spot where I killed zombies before, so that means that I'm on the right path, but there might be more along here. And I think that the jacket must function to keep me dry for at least a little while, because I don't seem to be getting wet, at least right away in the woods. And, You know, I guess that only external clothing gets dirty first, so if my neck sweater is only dirty, I guess that the jacket is keeping off some of the wetness. Like, I still have yet to explore the whole new clothing system, but it's really fascinating. There's a lot to it, it seems like. Alright, we made it to some of the farmlands over here. The one advantage of the storm is this. I might be able to get through some of these houses without killing some of these zombies, because as much as possible, this character is still not anywhere near as strong as my Floor is Lava level 1 character, and I mean, he might be able to. I'd still fear fighting 6 of them, just the way that the mechanics work in this game to begin with. So, let's try to avoid combat, if at all possible, and we'll probably use, we'll use our sneak. Okay. I mean, I'm counting on getting a cold. I'm just thinking, I don't have that cold yet. If I could get that cold when I go home, that would be fine, but I don't want it right now. Okay, let's try this. Nope, honestly trying to think of whether it would be better to just break a window. Now, 1, I'm conspicuous, and 2, I make a lot of noise. But that just kind of speaks to how good storms are in the game. They're very good at covering your sound and your sight. At least as far as I've experienced them. Man, I'd be so pissed if I were infected. Okay, now do we need water? I could grab some out of the toilet. Let's just fill up this water bottle. There we go, okay, we got some. Now, I'm not gonna dismantle everything here. Okay, this was this might be useful. Crafted timer. Already created electronic items will be useful for us. Unfortunately, I can't use much of this twine. I think I need the fishing magazine but I'm just gonna take anyway, because that's not a bad item. Let's check no ice cream in the freezer. Yeah, melted ice cream is very, very valuable. I think it's like 1,600, I think it's over 1,600 calories per vat of ice cream. Okay, long socks, mine are dirty, so, I don't think that the dirtiness affects it at all yet, though I think that talks have been, that it should cause you to, have a higher chance of getting sick or something like that, so we'll want to be careful with that. At this point, let's just put on these leather gloves, that's fine. Put these away, let's put some of these things in our backpack, because we are now over encumbered. I don't even know why I brought a razor with me, that wasn't so smart. I don't think that beards even affect gameplay at all. And I'm probably using up too much energy crouching like that. Okay, not too worried about the TV right now, unless is our electronic skill really close to the next level? Yeah, we are still pretty desperately far from that. I'm like, are we gonna get to hotwire a car? We may not ever hotwire a car. It would be cool if we did, but we probably won't. Okay, we're dealing with regular tiredness right now, not a major detriment. So I'm just gonna keep at this. I would sleep in one of these houses. I'd honestly feel pretty comfortable sleeping in one of these houses because all the windows are intact. And if I'm not claustrophobic anymore, or not as claustrophobic, I could take off all my clothes and go to sleep. It's kind of speaking to me, though, the advantages possibly now of having a pair of pajamas just to keep around with you. I think, I almost thought that was ridiculous, but, you know, for a hemophobic character to have pajamas, or really any character, if you get sick in, like, dirty clothing, think of all the time that you spend asleep. I'm just gonna try the windows. I'd rather not have to move around these houses too much. Listening. I mean, it's kind of hard to hear anything over the rain, and that is supposed to be normal with bad hearing, that you can't hear sounds over loud roars. Though, I mean, when I heard that, I was also like, isn't that true for all hearing? Salt, I don't know if this is going to help us much. Maybe with some recipes. Okay, meat cleaver. For some reason, I like the meat cleaver as a weapon, so I'm going to grab it. Don't think I'll need the rest. Butter knife, nah. Scissors, oh, scissors are going to be great. Now we can do some tailoring. I've been wanting to do this for a very, very long time. Rotten bread. Can't think of what I would need. Yeah, I could get sick from that, and since I'm prone to illness, I think that makes it even worse, so I'm not going to work on that. I pass up all hope of ever getting to cooking level 2. Pass up the hope of ever getting beyond level, like, 4 or 5 with some of these skills. The way that this character gains XP, I could deconstruct everything in the game, and I still don't know if he'd have enough. Yeah, there we go. Long John Bottoms. Maybe a pair of pajamas in the future for us. Let's just grab these in case. I may need them. Long skirt. I could be anybody I want to be, you know? Alright, let's go over here. Medicine cabinet, nothing in there. I was hoping for some antibiotics or something. Okay, and thread. So we're pretty much set up now for tailoring. I'd like to do that because my jeans keep getting holes in them. And I've seen some of the characters with full tailoring done, and they actually look really cool. Oh, there is nothing left out here. Okay. What about the front? There may be one more shed over here. All right. Well, it's worth trying to get to. Though not if it means getting all the zombies on my tail. Oh, and there's one more over there too. Maybe I just want to sleep in here for the night and then come back out tomorrow morning and do it. Could I do that? I could take off all my... Oh, you know what? Screw it. I've got enough cover from the storm. I don't think that there are any over here. I kind of want to sleep. Let's just check the curtains. I don't see any. I didn't notice any out here before, so let's try it. Alright, this is probably one of the most intense cold storms I've ever had in Project Zomboid, so I may need to build a fire. In here, I think it's more important than the sleep at this point, so I'm just going to take apart everything in the house. We will then build a fire in the house. Even if it sets the house on fire, I don't really care, because I've pretty much been playing this game constantly with no sleep since the start. So I figure, what is a little fire to me at this point? And, you know, if it doesn't go well, we'll just have ourselves a little CDDA challenge. Okay, honestly, it feels like playing the game CDDA all the time. Nails, don't need... I think I need a second plank to make this. Second plank and then some sheets. We'll have to rip off some of the curtains. And then do... Oh, I don't have a lighter. Oh, I could make a drilled plank, so I'll be fine. Let's disassemble this. Is it disassemble or disassemble? I don't know. Okay, let's take apart this as well, and I am now sick. Well, I kind of expected that, so it's fine. Let's see. And yes, I know that I can have a tissue there, though I don't even think it's really worth the spot for me. The inventory. Let's put that into our main inventory. And now, dismantle this TV, put that down. All the links that we have to go to make a fire. I think that was just from being cold, too. This kind of speaks to how cold it is. I don't know if it's even worth it to not be cold anymore now, though. Ah, darn. Alright, you know what? We'll finish this off, quickly go through the rest of the town, and then maybe just head home right after that. We won't even have time for warehouses. Well, this is awkward. As soon as I'm getting ready to make a fire, it is just regular cold, and the temperature tends to trend, so I think we're done with that. I also want to make sure that I do have some cover of this storm. So maybe instead of going all those lengths to finish this off, I'm just going to eat the canned tomato that I found, so that I don't starve. Get a little bit more water, try to finish off these buildings, and then scoot back to my house. I think that's all that I'm going to get out of this looting run. Okay, things have fallen apart even more. I did not bring a can opener with me, though there's a decent chance I could find one in one of these houses, but... Yeah, like, it seems like the weather has not been agreeing with me at all. Whenever I want it to be sunny, it's rainy. Whenever I want it to be rainy, it's sunny. And weather actually does have a big effect on the game now that all the insulation and like stealth systems have been implemented. So you do have to watch out for it and make sure you don't do anything stupid. Okay, let's see. So we should be able to find... Maybe there's more hardware in here. I could always use more hardware. Hammer's good. Hammer's actually like a very, very good weapon now. Almost as good as the old knife, I'd say. Empty gas can. We've already got a gas can. Though that doesn't weigh that much. I'm gonna bring it with me. Throw that down. I don't need an amplifier. I don't need this mug of water in my main pack. What else am I carrying in here? I could eat a bunch of salt. No, that's not really gonna... it's not gonna solve any problems. The saucepan I don't need. And let's also take this. No, I want to keep my main weapon. Ooh, decisions. Ooh. Alright, well this is how good the hammer is. Should be able to take him out pretty quick, even though that we're completely exhausted. I take it back. This is becoming a bit of a shit show. Probably the only positive thing here... Well, I am starving too. Probably the only positive thing is that somehow I've managed to not exert myself in all this. Usually it's the opposite. I'm actually gonna eat the salt because I don't want to starve. This is gonna make me very thirsty though, so then I'm gonna need to immediately drink a bottle of water. But that will take some weight off my shoulders. Actually, does it make me thirsty? Ah, who cares? I just want something decent in this shed. Desperate times. Nobody in here. Anybody in that? This house looks nice. I might even be able to live in it temporarily. The windows are still intact. You know what? Let's find out. Let's find out. There are residents. I'm gonna close this. I am making more noise. Okay, they're gonna come get me down here, but at least this will quiet me to the ones outside in the field. Because there were only 2 in the field as far as I gathered. Listening, listening. There's gotta be one upstairs. Or in some other room down here. And... not really anything I need. Okay, any more down here? I think I'm just gonna go room by room. This is a lot like the farmhouse, similar furniture. That was, you know, like, that proved to be a good house to take apart, because... I don't know, like, it's designed for... Oh, wow, there are very, very few houses in the game like this. Honestly, this looks more like a mod house. How are you not hearing me cough? Must explain how good the storm is. I am nervous one's gonna come around that corner. None. Okay. I'd rather push him down again and have to do it. And, of course, you would turn into my least favorite enemy. Now, I should be safe doing this because I've never gotten... I'm pretty sure no matter how tired I was, he's never had a chance to hit me. Yes, I know I'm not hitting the hitbox, right? Okay, there we go. Wait, well, at least it has a very well-equipped kitchen. Candy... Okay, flour will be good. Candy cane. We want to get rid of this cold ASAP, so we should try to feed ourselves as best we can. Candy cane. Fork and a bread knife. Nope, nothing. Ice cream, maybe? Nope, no ice cream. And... more canned food. Alright, well, we're gonna have a feast when we get home. This is high in calorie. Tuna. And we should be in... Alright, not so good, not so good, not so good. The flour, though, I should be able to use once I get better with cooking, but I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be able to carry that bag with me. It's just so heavy. Probably not anything in this bookshelf. But worth a shot. Nope. Yeah, nothing I could read. Cotton balls and cologne. And let's just check upstairs. Now, I think I should be able to sleep up here. Will it be safe to? Yeah, probably. Looks... Wait, I think I hear one. There's one. There's definitely one somewhere up here. Maybe trying to sell me something? No, they're not in there. Okay. Another, okay, no, this is a closet, and one last place. Ah, and I am safe. Okay, so then this house is going to be my new bed for tonight. Let's do that. I guess I'm not infected because I'm not... I think it's just from being encumbered. And I should be able to sleep in this room fine. Well, you know, quote-unquote fine. I've never really been fine as this character. Okay, looking around at the map, and I don't know if this comes out as well on YouTube, because usually I'm told these videos come out a bit dark. I would brighten them up, but I don't want to, like, wash them out. I think that's all the houses in this area, so at this point, you know, I had my quick hit and run with this place. Just gonna make one last quick... Ooh. Did I have this? No! I did not have this. Okay, big hiking bag. Wow, this is very good. Okay, my character can carry way more stuff now. Not that much, but enough more for it to be worth it. And what color is it? What color did we get? We got, red. Alright, I like that. Wow, that is nice. And we can bring back this bag in the bag. So we'll do that. And then, we will eat canned foods for fun. Still not really solving any of my problems because I did not find the lighter that I was looking for, but still, this is better than nothing, and it might keep 1 kilogram on my bones. Really only getting us up to where we just were. But hey, you know what? We satisfied one new area, and we got slightly better gear from that big hiking bag. That was pretty much the only reason, though, why this place was worth coming for it, though. The disinfectant I'll take too. But the bath towels I can go without. I've got those at home. And then what else? Tissue? Yeah, okay, I can bring this, because on the way back, all I'm really going to want to do is stifle my sound, so let's equip that. I don't know if it's primary. I think you could do it to secondary, but I'm not even going to bring a weapon anyway. So now, okay, so now he's stifling all of his sneezes, and we shouldn't be making as much noise as we're walking along. Cotton balls? I don't even know if there's a use for cotton balls, to be honest. So I'm going to leave those. Of course, I'm going to probably read about it. You know what? Cotton balls are not that hip. Well, we are already over encumbered, so. Let's just check the zombies for one last thing. See if they have any, like, cigarettes or anything on them. What about this end table? Nope. Okay, I guess that's it. We are going to go home then. Oh, I almost forgot about the flour. Okay, so the flour kind of makes this whole trip worth it. Maybe we can bake bread or bake something at some point in time. Because the antique oven is OP, and we can actually cook in it, too. Unfortunately, we have immediately used up the entire tissue, and now we are making sound again. That's why I don't trust tissues, guys. They don't last for me anyway. Oh wait, is it still? Nope, it got used up. So they are like used items. Like they go away. Like once you use them, you're not getting your tissue back. It's too bad you can't get a box, but you know what? I want $1 million. So okay, chilly, cold. We'll be able to get over the cold, and then I guess I'll have to come back for the warehouse because I don't want to try to do that when I'm in this kind of condition. This is bad even for this character. And then in a few days, we could probably make our way up and that's too many. And slowly tackle that town over there. Okay, it looks like 2 are aggroed to me, but I could probably lose them in the trees. And fortunately, the one thing that we've managed to stave off is exhaustion. Yeah, so I can just probably, at this point, I can even just run away from them to lose their trail. And there's another one right there. And there's another one right there. Okay. This is quickly becoming another shit show. And 2 more there. Holy crap, this is bad. I'm going to have to stay this side. Usually there aren't this many in the woods. Next time, what I might end up doing is just seeing if I could get that car a little bit better and going on the road. Because the road is going to be a much safer option, just in terms of visibility at this point. Never did I realize till recently how bad it is to get a cold when you're walking through the woods, because usually the only thing that will get them to come to you when you're walking through the woods is seeing you, because you don't make that much noise, you know, unless if you're running and stamping about. But this pretty much puts an entire radius around you, because their eyesight is terrible, but their hearing is not that bad. They can hear, and then if you're bleeding, they can smell you, which makes it worse, which is why the CDDA challenge is so freaking difficult. But at this point, I think we're home free. Yeah, I used up all my breath, and I should be safe now for the farm. All right, it turns out we went too far south because now I'm at the shed. I almost missed this, actually. It would have been very bad if I had missed this place. Though, of course, I would have hit the road soon afterward if you are using your base. And I've heard a number of you guys have started making your own negative man characters, so... Hey, good for you. I mean, it makes you way better at the game to play this. At this point... I mean, we can't get a double cold. I don't think we can... What can we get after that? Like, the measles or something? Just... It's something impossibly worse. Okay, we are starving, but that actually does take a few days to take effect. So we're going to wait till we get home. We're going to eat some canned goods. And what we want to do at this point is eat a lot of food in a burst. Preferably stuff that's high in calories and fat. Or carbohydrates and fat. So that we can gain weight in one day. Because I think it's checked periodically. And that's how you gain it. Ideally, we would find some mayonnaise. I don't believe that goes bad until... either for a long time or not at all. And then ice cream. Just anything dairy, fattening. Yeah, that's what we need for our character. Okay, we had all of the canned goods, and it still doesn't seem to be enough to get us to gain weight. I think it had around 800 or 900 calories in it, and we need about 2,000 a day. So this trip was good only for the big hiking bag. I think that's going to come in handy in the long term, but we still need a better trip to some place where they're going to have a lot of non-perishable foods, and that's not well defended by zombies. So at this point, I've got the nasty cold. We want to get our hunger up, so I think I'm going to be stuck at home again for a few days. I think that's a lot for one, though, because for this character to get that far out, it just takes a lot of energy for him. So I think I'm going to end it there. I'm going to do one last thing. I just want to experiment with tailoring before I go. And then maybe next time I'll see if I can experiment with this flour and either gain weight or go to the warehouses. Though I don't think the warehouses are going to have any food, but it's fine. We've got one season to find food, so it's not so urgent. It's not worth getting myself killed over, and I really shouldn't have even taken that laceration. But yeah, just to get our priorities in line. Oh, and we are almost at level 2 in sprinting too, which is nice, but also not completely necessary. All right, well, this is awkward. I thought that we had tailoring stuff, or I thought that we had a needle, but we don't have a needle anywhere in here. So at this point, I'm stuck with scissors and thread, which is great, and I can use for tailoring eventually, but we also have a cold, and we aren't going to be able to do it. All right, so I think I'm going to leave it there. For the next time, I don't know, we could go west again, and we could go to the warehouses, or we could try to go further out west where there's more stuff. The only reason I hesitate from the warehouses is because they'll have a lot of stuff that I need, but it won't be like food, which I need more right now. If I could find enough food to get myself up by like 10 kilograms, that would be great. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any other tips on tailoring. I'm still pretty weak as it's a new system in the game. And yeah, as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.